This is a Swedish Air Force emergency ration flight crew. It weighs only 4.4 ounces or 124 grams. Pilots are issued 2 similar containers. This and a survival kit with fishing line, a saw, matches, and whatnot. And sometimes an even larger and more comprehensive kit, depending on the aircraft and the mission. Real deal Swedish military, you got the 3 crowns. That is your store designation, FBET, packing, the month of manufactures, June 2011, and it expires January 2018. This thing really reminds me of the mid-70s version of the food packet survival aircraft life raft. Just a little bit thicker and a little more to it. Alright, let's give it a look. Looks like a contents list or instructions right on the top. Okay, rough translation of this says, instructions for emergency ration. The emergency food is to be eaten when no other food is available. It does not require cooking, and you're advised to split it into a number of small meals throughout the day, at least 8. This will reduce your sensation of hunger and keep your ability to perform as high as possible under the circumstances. Use the empty container as needed as a coffee pot and stir in about a half pack of coffee. Do not heat the can too hard over an open fire. When fresh water is plentiful, drink at least 3 liters throughout the day. And if water is scarce, try to acquire at least 1 liter per day. Drink between meals. Contents list is 2 packs of freeze-dried coffee, 4 packs of beef broth, 10 bag sealers, 1 plastic tube, 1 steel wire, 17 pieces of candy, fructose tablets, 2 plastic bags. Wow, this is pretty cool. That is suketter, that's sweetener. Probably not the best allocation of space. Water purification tablets would have been better than this. And these are dextro energy. That's dextrose tablets. Pretty much little sugar candies. Dextrose, maltodextrin, 47 grams of excellent non-thirst provoking carbohydrates. And then here are your 2 packets of coffee. Nescafe Gold. Check this out. Couple of all-purpose items here. Twist ties. So many different uses. They certainly don't give you a shortage. Those will definitely come in handy for keeping your loaf of bread closed in the kitchen. And then steel wire. This is probably between 3 and 6 feet of steel wire. I'm going to keep it closed up. You could use that for a snare. 4 packets of bouillon. It could be chicken listed on the front as beef broth. So they give you 16 grams total of bouillon. Here's another great all-purpose survival item. Plastic tubing. It's a great way to access water that would have been difficult to get to otherwise. That's the #1 use for that. And then the final item is a pair of plastic bags. And that is for keeping your contents dry or also for gathering water. You use the twist ties for keeping them closed, along with for reinforcing shelter and whatnot, maybe even for reinforcing a trap, also for other makeshift purposes. I mean, you wouldn't even know it till it clicks, whatever it is you need it for. Multi-use, all-purpose items are your most important in survival kits. And this thing is pretty much like a cross between a survival kit and a survival ration. So there's everything. That's looking pretty good. Let's get this out onto a tray. Nice. Okay, let's first start off with the Nescafe Gold. looking good. I'm going to hold off on this sweetener. Pretty sure that's what this is. Almost certain. Let's check this out. Oh, yeah. It's so sweet, it burns on my tongue. That is like some kind of odd sweetener. The bouillon. This is like a mixture of like an herbal bouillon. It tastes like beef, basil, and oregano. I'm gonna set it in here. Oh yeah. What I like about this is you could use this as a handle, even though it's not perfect. Actually, it's pretty bad. Never mind. Can't use that as a handle. Anyway, so. And for the dextru candy. Wow, look at these. So let's check out the coffee. Yeah, Nescafe. This is some of the best commercial freeze-dried coffee. It isn't absolute gourmet, but it's very smooth even when double strength. Perfect without any sugar or creamer. I still say the sweetener was a crazy addition because the coffee, it's so smooth and it's hardly acidic. It doesn't need sugar. That has a fruit flavor to it. Berry flavor. Whoa. It's an easily absorbed and non-thirst provoking carbohydrate that is an excellent part of any survival ration. This is pretty much your main sustenance when it comes down to actual, calorie content. The beef broth. It's really good. I mean, it's super savory, has great flavor. A little bit hard to drink out of that can. Check this out. This is what I was thinking about for another good use. Wow, that was awesome. That really worked. If you don't want to hold the can, you just want to have fun. Here, let's just try it with this now. Yeah. Clean it out with some coffee afterwards. If I had anything sitting in there after, I'd rather it be coffee than beef broth just kind of festering in the tube afterwards. Probably not a great idea, but I had to try it anyway. Let's just be normal-ish here. Let's just be as normal as possible at least. I mean, this is your only thing in the ration that's going to make you feel like you're actually, having a meal. And, something foodie is what I like to call that. I mean, this is sweet. The sweetener, that's ridiculous. I'm not really sure. I mean, I guess you could flavor water. If the water tasted kind of gross, you heat it up and you purify it, and it's still not the most palatable water, you could just sweeten it. But all that sweetener, that's excessive for the amount of coffee they give you. I mean, I guess you could use 1 pack per half pack of coffee in the can, because they recommend just using a half pack per can. The bouillon is strong, salty, and savory, very flavorful in the can, just a whole pack. I'm sure they would, recommend you split that if you really had to. You you stretch it as long as you can. Might be the only food you have for like a week or more. If you can't trap anything with that, you could use that wire for snare. I mean, if you can't trap, you can't catch anything, you can't catch any fish with that other survival kit you're issued. It comes separate, also in like a pull tab sardine can. What I would do is, I would eat one of these per hour, maybe two, and have one beef broth per day and a half pack of coffee per day. You could make this thing stretch 4 days that way. Up to. You'd run out of these first though. I want to thank Ulf for sending me this ration. He's from Sweden. And then another guy named Magnus sent me an old one. He's also from Sweden. And the old one was different. Let's check that one out. We can see the difference. I filmed it, I think, a year and 2 months ago. So let's give that one a look. This is a Swedish Armed Forces Airman's Emergency Bailout ration. It weighs only 6 ounces. Its contents list on the front says 1 chocolate bar, 8 caramel drops, 2 colors, which might be creamer, 1 book of matches, coffee powder, and a plastic bag. It says here, loosen the can opener open after the black line. No his. Just a faint, very pleasant smell of chocolate and instant coffee. It's so neatly packed in there. Check that out. So these must be the caramel drops. There's 1, 2 of them. There's your book of matches. Yeah, check out that coat of arms. Västergötland. I guess these are some more of the caramel drops. That's pretty dense and only light surface bloom. That's a 2-ounce chocolate bar right there. Probably has about 300 calories. It's pretty dense, tropical chocolate from the appearance. I gotta be careful. There's a little opening there. I'm just gonna leave it like that till I open it. So you get 2 coffees. Nice. Then this little can, the way they instruct you to leave that flap, excellent makeshift apparatus for cooking and boiling water, and also even as a potential signal mirror. This thing has a ton of uses. Nice plastic bag. Kind of a industrial strength to it. Pretty heavy duty. So there it is. Not bad. Alright, so let's get this out onto a tray. Nice, okay, so let's first start off with that coffee. So I think when it says 2 color, this is the only thing that there are 2 of. or some sort of caramel. This looks like a lime flavored one. It's green and the paper's sticking to it pretty serious. A lime toffee candy hiding under the wrapper. It doesn't matter if we eat a little paper there. That won't hurt anybody. So then these. Look at that. You can bite in and it gets soft. Wow, that's like a waxy, sweet fruit candy. Like that's all like wax. So this right here has some sort of waxy binder with it. Definitely adds to the shelf life. The smell is unusual. And they look like there might be a couple different kinds. Look at that one. That smells like cherry. So then this chocolate bar, just light surface bloom. It's amazing. It smells great. It smells like fresh chocolate. Jeez, check that out. Oh yeah, there's definitely some bloom to the chocolate. It's pretty airy by this point. That is such incredible quality chocolate that even with the bloom, it still has a rich, high quality chocolate flavor with no off or sour undertone. Because of the bloom, it's slightly granular. Followed up with some of this Nescafe. That's a perfect spray dried coffee. This is of equal or potentially even better, if possible, quality than coffee instant type 1 or type 2. Moderate acidity level. Very bold flavor. Putting those two packs in with like an 8 to 10 ounce portion is perfect. So then this green toffee with paper still on it. Oh wow, that's not very flavorful. Just a very slight lime flavor that's kind of off. That's hardly sweet. It was a little bit waxy. The paper really added a certain roughage to the texture. So then this one here. Oh wow. That is a very sharp, hard caramel. It's like petrified. And it doesn't taste off, it's just so sharp. And it's not very appealing because of that. Let's see what kind of difference there is between a orange and red. This one has a tang citrus orange flavor. That's mouth-watering. Kind of unusual. Slight vitamin flavor. So then the red one. Oh wow, right off the bat. Strong cherry. That's like a cross between cherry and black currant. Probably would have lasted at least another 10 to 20 years before those components really started to spoil. Alright, cool. That was pretty neat. Yeah, you see that one had chocolate. It was a little bit more, actual sustenance. I say this is a really well-made survival ration. Outside of maybe having water purification tablets instead of sweetener, that probably would have made more sense. I'd say it's made some interesting and practical changes from the older version. Well, anyway, this is Steve 1989. I hope you liked the video, and I'll be coming back at you with something new. Or old. Alright, cool. See ya.